you can use it, and they've been increasing support for that. But so much we can talk about as we're getting our players prepared. Obviously, you see American Dad, who created one of those DCMs on the stage, Dr. Lupo, who we had a chance to interview, Dr. Disrespect, Z-Laner, but a ton of other, influencers created DC plays.
And I'm really excited to, once we get into things too, because one of the things introduced in SNAPSHOT VII was this ability to drive into the tower to get things started. And that will be able to be our first little peek of that and how that's going to be changing the game going on forward.
Yeah, no, it's a great shout, right? The Midnight Ride is what we're calling it, and it's awesome, right? You go kind of from your player hideout all the way up to the tower. It's such a cool experience. You and I had a chance to actually get a sneak peek on it. Obviously, the audience here saw videos. We had a chance to play it. The car mechanics, so sick. It'll be fun to watch these players kind of learn them on the fly. Like, everybody's walking in kind of fresh slate saying, okay, let's learn our mechanics of our vehicles. Now, I think there's a couple things to note about the vehicles. They go very fast, right? Yeah. Violence, speed, and momentum for a reason, speed in particular. We're talking 150 miles per hour, so I think something that these players will learn is turning very quickly, going 150 miles an hour, a little bit difficult.
Out of the gate, I'm already expecting every single player to right away be hitting one of those barriers around the court and not realizing how fast these are kind of turning. As well, the ramps, there's a really good way to be gaining more momentum, kind of sneak up on your fellow competitors there. You got to be careful because if your driving skills aren't quite up to par, well, you might be caught a little bit lacking and be at a little bit of a disadvantage once you get into the tower as well. But as well, with the cars driving there, a chance to be practicing their shooting just on the way.
Yeah, right. That's the cool thing. Like, if you didn't catch it a second ago in some of the videos and the explainers, we'll explain it here on the desk as well, because you'll get a chance to see several of these races here on main stage. First and foremost, equip a pistol. I don't know if the players can hear me. Equip a pistol or an SMG. If you don't, you can't shoot, okay? You want me to say that again? Equip a pistol or an SMG. Otherwise, you're not going to be able to shoot back as everybody else is shooting at you. But you can shoot out of your window, right? It's really cool. You kind of lean out and take some shots. So make sure you do that. But we get a chance to see some of the players here on main stage. Just a good friend of mine, Squatting Dog, hopping in here. This guy's next level. Can we hear it for Squatting Dog? There it is. We got a couple fans of Squatting Dog, a lot of fans at home. This guy is no stranger to the creative side of things. I know he's excited about DCMs as well when it comes to Dead Drop, but they're the two doctors chatting it up. Looks a little bit more friendly than maybe Lupo was planning on being, but we'll see.
You got to keep your friends close, right? You got to keep them unsuspecting going on forward. But I'm excited too, of course, when we're looking at people that our competitors are wanting to be going into here. You know you're going to see some great gameplay, because of course there is distractions, there is ways to be getting out with the loot, getting out safe. I'm really hoping that we're going to see that all-out bloodbath as everybody's going to be going for this Dead Drop.
Yeah, that's the thing. Every time we've done these snapshots, obviously people like Z-Laner can win it all. They have won it all. Nobody's going to be trying to extract it early. We're not just trying to grab our loot and run, right? We're trying to be the last games. Obviously, you had a chance, if you were listening to the pre-show, that's Desh Please on your screen right now. Had a chance to interview her. Really excited to see her play today. But we also have a couple founders that actually earned or won a spot here through kind of one of the contests that the Dead Drop community did. So we've got Killer Joy and Crimson playing today over there on the far left-hand side. Let's give it up for our founders. There they are. The crowd loves them. We love them. We love all of our founders and excited to be a part of that as well. So some other names here. We've got, I think we had, we got Dr. Disrespect. Yeah. We're getting everybody prepared and into the matches as soon as possible. And I don't know, this is really exciting, Sierra, because we get a chance to kind of show the first raw actual gameplay, right? We've seen some video, we've seen some really cool graphics, and it is all gameplay, but we get to see kind of raw gameplay from these players as they learn what SNAPSHOT 7 is all about, which is really cool. We get to kind of learn alongside them, and it's something that Dead Drop and Midnight Society does that no one else is doing. We're pre-alpha, right? And we're getting these type of snapshots, this much transparency, just really, really cool to see.
It's really cool to see it evolve going on forward as well. So already the game seems, I mean, it's so much fun to play. It's so much fun to be dropping in and to see that expanding on further with ideas such like this Midnight Ride going even just to the tower, and how far they're willing to be pushing the boundaries on it when we're just in a pre-alpha state is so exciting. And being able to learn alongside the players as the players get to hop in and actually see the game that's kind of sprawling out in front of them, it's just a really, really exciting opportunity. And I think a really exciting time for the fans that are along and following with the game as well, because obviously this feedback, the input is all heard. I don't know, it's a really exciting time.
Yeah. No, I was listening to the AMAs. If you haven't had a chance to tune into some of the AMAs on Twitter or Discord, you definitely need to. Rob hosts a ton of these amazing AMAs and is always super transparent and is basically like, hey, be as critical as you can. Not mean about it, but critical. We want to hear your feedback. We're willing to listen and want to implement what you want. So it's been really cool to hear that discourse as well as just kind of all of these reveals. And then some of these things like nobody knew were actually happening. The Midnight Ride kind of came out of nowhere, and it's this really cool new addition to Dead Drop. Now, I want to take a second while we have it, because the players are getting all set up, everybody ready to go, logged in, and everything in between. I want to talk about what that Midnight Ride is and how it actually operates, because I think there were some questions around that, and if you haven't had a chance to pop into those AMAs, you might not be sure exactly how it works. First and foremost, everyone races, right? You hop into your own vehicle. If you grabbed one of our driver's keys, you should definitely do that, by the way. Then you can obviously customize your vehicle that way, but everybody hops into their vehicle and everyone's trying to make it to the tower, right? And as you're driving, like we said, you can shoot at each other. You're not only trading paint, like Quinn likes to say, you're also trading lead. You can blow each other up, but your vehicle always respawns. You will eventually finish. Even if you're really bad at driving, you will make it, and you will still be able to play. The keynote is that you're going to be able to drive up to the tower and pick a spawn point. There's different sectors, right? And you pick your spawn point. There's a limited amount of vehicles that can go into that spawn point. And if you're the first to the tower, second, etc., you'll have first access to that tower, which is really, really cool. You'll be able to see that here on main stage. There is kind of an incentive for racing and being the first to the tower, but at the end of the day, everyone will make it. So if you're somebody that's super focused on gunplay, right, you're still going to have that regardless.
Which is really nice, because then it adds this extra element to the game itself, because you not only want to be able to pick your spawn point, but you also have a couple of moments to kind of breathe once you actually get to the tower. You don't have to worry about getting pushed up on right away. You can kind of go and get your loot. You can kind of look around a little bit in that moment of peace if you are just that good at driving your car all the way over. So it should be really interesting to see, too, out of the get-go, what type of advantages people will be able to take forward into the game, being able to just have that extra couple of moments.
Yeah, no, we've had a chance to talk to a lot of the community members that play all the time, right? And so they already are dominating the playing field every single time they log on. So, you know, maybe our founders are going to have maybe a small advantage here because they're playing the game all the time throughout each of our snapshots. They know a map well, right? And maybe they know which spawn point they want when they realize, okay, this goes here, I want here because I want the best loot, or I want to work from the bottom all the way to the top. I want to already have high ground. Those are the types of conversations you're having as you're driving to the tower and, of course, taking out vehicles along the way.
I'm just excited to see, too, with how new this driving is, just how chaotic that is. Because we're talking about, yes, the founders, like, they're going to be good at the game. I'm excited to get into that and really be able to see them put in that work. But with the driving aspect being so new to things and how these cars operate and just the speed and that high octane, it'll be really fun to just see the absolute chaos before you get into a little bit more of that gameplay that's a little bit more, you know,
strategic.
Strategic. That's a great word for it. Perfect.
Well, okay, you might play strategic. I am pushing everything. I mean, I am high octane all the time, and I know a lot of our players at home love to play super aggressive. But then there's a whole category, like a subset category of our vertical extraction shooter populace that likes that strategic gameplay, likes to go in, get all the loot they can, all the collectibles, and then extract out. That is a possibility here today, right? Some of our founders or some of our players on stage might elect to extract early. That's part of the game. Will we see that a lot? Probably not. Everybody's going to be slaying each other out, trying to grab that victory. But that's the best part about the game, in my opinion, is that you get to play the way you want to.
And it's really nice, too, because there is the loot goblins that like to go to the tower, and you want to make sure that you have the best weapons. You want to make sure you have bandages in your back pocket. You want to be set before you're actually getting into engagement. So the Midnight Ride to actually add this level of, all right, we're going fast, we're going hard, we're getting to the tower right out of the gate, adds a really fun adrenaline level to it all. So if you are going to be that person to sit and loot goblin for a little bit, you can have that high-paced moment before you chill out a little bit.
Well, you know, we were talking to Dr. Lupo about it before. I know Ames is here as well, and there's a lot of our creators that are well kind of accustomed to this kind of extraction shooter playstyle, but the vertical extraction shooter is obviously a little bit different. Some of them have experience in other snapshots. Some of them may be here for the first time. So it's this wide variety of experience when it comes to Dead Drop in particular that we're really excited to see who comes out on top. And just excited to reveal the gameplay to the public. Cast it over, high aggressive gameplay likely is going to be a blast.
And to see who's going to be taking that lead. I mean, you can talk all the trash you want in the world. You can say that you're about to be the best player out there. But I'm excited to see once we get into the game, once we get to the tower, we got to see that talk come to life out here. And I'm excited, too, to see who's going to be just right out of the gate. I want to make that impact. I want to be chasing down those kills. I want to be a name in this lobby that is feared.
Well, I want to take a moment here while we're still getting this game set up to talk about those driver key packages in particular. You saw a really cool video about the driver key packages and how you can kind of customize your vehicle heading to that midnight ride, right? There's a couple different driver key packages. The Dr. Disrespect driver's key package, gotta be my favorite. All of these driver key packages actually come with 5 exotic crates as well, which is really cool. You heard Quinn talking about the variety that you can find in those crates, but the Dr. Disrespect driver's key package is that Blackbird car wrap. It's super sick.
So nice.
And then you get the 2-time license plate. Tell me you're not excited about that. But a couple other ones, of course, the Hotshot driver's key package, the Dead Drop driver's key package, and then the Midnight driver's key package. So pick one that you like. Go check it out. Again, that's midnightsociety.com/drive. You can learn all about it there. Very, very cool. But hey, I think our game's almost ready here. Our players are getting set up. I gotta hear it from people in chat because I can't talk to the audience down here. They can hear us. I can't hear them. My question for chat, because we've got a lot of viewers all over the place, not only in our main channels, but also on all of our co-streams that are all over the place. We see you, founders. We see all your co-streams.
We appreciate you.
We want to hear who you think on stage is going to win the very first map of Dead Drop. All right, so type it in the chat down below. Who do you think's gonna win it all? Is it gonna be one of our founders? Is it gonna be Dr. Disrespect himself, or the other half, the Drippin' and Heat Z-Laner?
It'll be really fun to see who everyone is voting for, who everyone's cheering on. I feel like it might be a little bit biased in this case, looking at the doc over there, but hey, I mean, for good reason. But definitely want to know your thoughts on just all of this stuff, even who's just going to be making it to this tower first, who's going to be able to drive. When you're talking about the drivers, the easy stuff, yeah, the flare is necessary. We don't talk about that. The aesthetic is next level, and you need to have that top aesthetic gear to really put yourself on that next level.
Of course. We got to look good while we're playing. What are we talking about? Of course. All right. The word on the street is the game is about to be ready. Z-Laner posing for a picture, ready to rock and roll. Mr. Inspector Gadget himself taking some photos with everybody around him. There's Carmel, too. It was fun talking to some of our community members that have been around for a long time, right? You heard it from Rob. Been working on this for like a year and a half. And we've had community members that have been here since the beginning, which is so cool to see kind of the support from the beginning, because you don't see this from a lot of game development companies, right? The transparency so early and building up a community so early. It's one of the things that attracted me to Dead Drop from the very beginning. I actually had a chance to be at the reveal event in LA, and it was some of the most infectious energy that has been replicated here for SNAPSHOT VII. The energy has only risen over the last year and a half. There has been no kind of lull amongst the community, and it's been so cool to see.
Especially too now with this addition of the user-generated content and getting these different modes that, I mean, anyone could be making. I mean, you're talking about, yeah, it's so cool to see Armo there. Well, he created a mode too. We got to talk to so many different individuals who had created these modes, and that adds just a next level of this community engagement, being able to see their work in this game, but also just so much more fresh takes on the game as well that I'm so excited to dive into more. And will require its own strategy, its own little pacing, because some of those modes look absolutely chaotic.
Yeah, no, totally agree. And it's really cool, too, because obviously we have our 6 featured DCMs. But once you're into SNAPSHOT VII, you can actually go and create your own right away. Like, it's that easy. If you're interested, you got to go check it out. It's very, very cool because you can kind of tweak some of the game modes, the kind of respawn timers, the game rules. Like you heard it from Carmel, he was able to make LMG. You never had to reload. I mean, the Juggernaut kind of playstyle is so fun. I had a chance to check that out as well. So once you get your hands on SNAPSHOT VII, I promise you're going to be impressed.
I want to know, though, which one you're most looking forward to, and just what the general community is looking like and what they're looking forward to. Infection, right off the gate, instantly caught my eye. That looks like this next level terror if everybody's chasing you down with these melees that I don't think could really be matched.
Yeah, you know, I was looking at the DCMs. Infection's going to be sick. I really like the Arsenal DCM that we didn't get a chance to really talk to OMA Monster about. Arsenal's super cool, right? It's a play on gun game. He was able to pick, hand select kind of some of the weapons that you get to use, and every single time you grab an elimination, your weapon changes. And it's so fun. Obviously, a mode, gun game in particular, that I grew up playing for so long. It's kind of nostalgic, and he was talking a lot about that in the video as well. And I'm sure those videos are going to be posted on socials. You got to go listen to them. They're very, very cool to kind of hear the stories behind our featured creators and their DCMs.
Especially with how creative these DCMs are getting. Because looking at this capture the flag mode that we have there too, it's something that already utilizes the cars that have been added into the game. So already, all these different elements coming together to create this next gameplay and be kind of stepping outside of that box that's only going to be expanded on, really showing that there's not really too many rules once we get into this content that can be created.
Yeah, the high-octane capture flag, so fun. What's cool about that, too, I don't know if you heard it in the video, but the developers were talking about they even created variations of that map for the high-octane capture the flag. So if you actually load in with less players and you want a more kind of arena-style capture the flag, you can do that as well. So it's almost variations amongst the DCMs as well. It just kind of shows the longevity that the DCMs will have, especially as things get added down the road that maybe haven't been revealed yet. So excited to hear more and more about the DCMs and everything that they're able to do behind the scenes, while also hearing from Rob saying, hey, we are focused on VES. We're focused on the vertical extraction shooter side of things, and the DCMs is this massive value add on the side.
And it's really cool to think that with the lack of boundaries, that this could really go anywhere. There could be somebody who's sitting right down in the ground right now who's hooking up the spiciest game mode that maybe we'll get to see down the line. The possibilities are really endless, so I'm really excited to see what the general community has cooked up and be able to play more of these modes going on forward.
Yeah, there's a lot of folks at home co-streaming as well. Again, I want to give a shout out to our founders and everybody co-streaming. I know we're all excited about Snapshot 7. I did get word, by the way, Sierra, the game is almost ready. We're finally about to hop in for the very first game of Snapshot 7. Couldn't be more excited. So thank you all for being patient. This has been such an incredible event. We wish you were here. Definitely come to the next one. There's going to be more of these down the road.
What's up, Ferdy?
The is always electric.
Yeah, I mean, you can see with the crowd, you can see with the interviews, you can see with everything that's going on, that, hey, once Snapshot 8 comes around, maybe you should be getting that ticket in advance. You want to make sure that you're here, especially, too, you never know where this game's going to go. I wouldn't have bet my money on cars in a million years or anything that's already happening at this pre-alpha stage, so it's good stuff.
Yeah, all right, as we get into game here shortly, again, we're going to start with the midnight ride. So everybody will hop in their vehicles, whether they have their custom wraps or not, and then they're going to be racing to the tower. So you might
thanks,
recognize
yo.
the map that we're on, but this midnight ride will be the first time seeing it here in person. It's going to be so much fun, and we'll see who maybe gets a little bit more aggressive with their pistols and SMGs. As a reminder to players, if you can hear me, if you haven't equipped a pistol or an SMG, you're going to have a problem. You're not going to be able to shoot back. Headphones are on. We're leaning forward. Nose is on monitors. We're ready to rock and roll here shortly, CR. And let's get in to the very first game. Give it up for the midnight
Oh shit.
ride.
Here we go. Fuck yeah.
Already out of the gate, we're going to see everybody coming up together. We'll have to see who's going to be taking those first shots going on forward, who's just focusing on piloting that car and getting that to the finish line.
Look, these cars fly. Look at this. There are ramps everywhere. You can see all of our players spread out. Dash right in front of the player on screen, but not in first gear. Yeah, Dash is not playing around, already shooting back.
What's a bit
and
random?
Spawns in. We're having chaos, Rex, and everything in between on the map. And again, I don't know if every player is equipped a pistol or SMG. I don't know if the player on our screen can shoot back or not, but they're racing to the finish line.
That's the best part. You're always going to be starting the game off with chaos. We told you those cars. You got to be careful. Once they start spinning out, they're so hard to get control back of. I mean, at this 150 miles per hour speed, I mean, of course, but I think pretty calm at this point as everyone's just focusing on driving on over. You got to watch out for those corners, though.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Either brake or what have you. You can see some of the things on your screen right now. Obviously, you're talking about miles per hour. And we're moving pretty fast. Vehicles flying everywhere. But down there, you see the E and the Q. The E
Oh, I
are
got you.
not
It's all good,
boost,
brother.
right? We've got a boost that will send you
Oh,
flying,
oh,
especially if you hit one of these ramps, which I think everybody's going for. Can you make it into the parking garage? Yes, we can. Where do you go from here, though? You're going to have to drop off or find an exit shortly. You can see on the left-hand
I could see
side
that.
where we're at in
It's kind of
the
got its own
track.
vibe a
Now,
little.
I
It's a
don't
little
know if you're gonna
darker,
get
I
some
feel like.
bounce. Oh, yeah.
Oh my god.
We're landing that. The orange markers on the left-hand side, those are going to be your first kind of spawn points you're going to be looking for. So
And the world itself, like the story of the world,
that's the spawn point exit you
is
can
pretty
take.
different and cool.
4 of them, so we'll see which of these spawn points these players take along the way.
And being able to control your own destiny to head into the game off at the gate, whether it's the spawn point that's going to be giving you that best loot, something you're more comfortable with, it's
Oh,
such
shit.
a cool way to be able to start off the game.
Yeah, down at the bottom of the screen, of course, you can see the health, and we're losing health dramatically, trying to get into the spawn, and I think we've grabbed our first exit. Take a look at this cinematic.
So close, almost didn't quite make it there at the end. The shots raining in. The cinematic was so cool.
This is your exit to the tower, and it looks like we're hopping into control. We'll see where a couple other people decide to spawn in from, but a couple other notes on your screen. Obviously, the health 500 Q is actually a way to heal yourself. So you can see that spawn point was closing and turned red. That means, well, it's already been taken up. Too many people have entered here. Go find another one. So here's another one of those spawn points.
Yeah, you have to make sure when you have these races, you got to be on the ball to try and make sure you can get that spawn point you want. If you're spending your time crashing into those walls, you're missing those ramps and you're falling right off of the edge, sure, you're going to make it to the tower eventually, but you're not going to be able to really pick where you want to go. You're just going to be dealing with scraps and leftovers.
That's right. You want autonomy, you better get there first. Well, we're already on
All
the
right.
map. Dr. Disrespect, he might have been the first one to the tower.
Exactly.
I'm not sure, but all I know is he's already
Different.
looting up. And this is what we talked about before. If you're just tuning
They've
in
got
for
the building
gameplay,
blocks, though.
reminder, if you're the first one to the tower, or the second one to the tower, etc., you're going to be the first one actually on the map as well.
The guns
So
feel
kind of a
good.
moment of
The audio's
looting up,
good.
and kind of adjusting to your surroundings, grabbing whatever loot.
The mechanics are good.
Come in with anything, and of course, we're on vertical extraction shooter, right? The VES mode. So you're gonna lose things here if you go down. This is kind of our tried and true, kind of the namesake here with Dead Drop. Of course, if you're the last person alive, you'll achieve that Dead Drop.
Yeah, and you want to make sure that, yes, there's a
Oh,
couple
yeah.
different ways to do it. Oh, right off of the gate, that's going to be dangerous for everyone else in this lobby, that's for sure. And of course, looking at the participants that we have on stage here, I'm expecting that despite the fact you can go for that dead drop or you can go for that extraction.
Got
that
my
these are
boy
players
playing
that are
his
gonna
own
be fishing for
game.
those kills.
Let's
These are gonna be
go.
the players that you hear footsteps, you're going to be running full speed ahead.
I don't know if the people at home can hear the crowd, but right when Dr. Disrespect picked up that sniper, I heard the crowd go wild. They're always excited to see what he can do. Sniper in hand, has a long history of doing so, and I think he's feeling pretty good on the map as he equips his weapons. Of course, if you haven't had a chance to play any of the other snapshots, you might not know what's going on. Of course, there's a ton of attachments you can put on guns, and some of the gadgets like the zipline thruster, a really cool value add from the last
Oh, yeah.
snapshot to go back up a zipline rather than letting gravity do the work.
Feels
Yeah,
good.
definitely have to make sure
I've got a
that's
couple
something you grab
cool
out of the
clips
gate, that you do
from
not wanna
previous
be in a
snapshots
situation when,
with some good shots.
people are coming around you or anything else that you find yourself without that one.
It's very,
pivotal
it is very
item. On
satisfying.
other ends, though,
Shots,
not
like
quite the
kills
same
when you
weaponry, so we're
hit
gonna
that
keep
shot.
looking here.
Find
Whoa,
ammo. I
whoa,
think I'm hearing some
whoa.
shots as well, but we're able to kind of slide down this ladder and try to find out where everybody's at, of course. Watch out for the freeze. Slowly but surely working our way around the map, looking for some loot. Sniper in hand, not a scope in hand yet, but if I know anything about these creators, they're pretty good at pointing and shooting. So it may not need a scope. Probably gonna see some headshots and some heads fly.
Especially too when we're looking at the tower, we're looking at these
Who is this?
vertical extraction
There to get
maps.
2 kills?
These snipers are incredibly insane. These angles that you can be hitting, being able to hide out. We got a high hideout here though. Kind of going around that top extraction point, and that's gonna be the engagement instantly down. Already 3 kills on the board, going for a fourth.
Oh.
Shooting bodies already. I don't know who it is, but they came to play 1-2 and on 1 HP. Sierra, talk about cutting it close. Time to heal up. This is kind of the high ground, right? This is about as high as you can go here on the map that we've seen now for a couple snapshots, and I love kind of getting here first. We talked about the verticality. That's what makes Dead Drop so unique of a title, the vertical extraction shooter, the difference, the pushing the boundaries that Dr. Lupo talked about. Holding high ground, always a big win.
Already with so many people booking it to the top two, try and get that high ground advantage. You don't want to be one of those last people that's trying to be pushing up, because you are going to be at the mercy of those already looted up that are just sitting and waiting for you at this point. Looking at this though, there's the sniper in hand. Oh, body, but shot miss.
Looks like Lupo spectating. Maybe the trash talk didn't pay off for him. Dr. Disrespect looking for another angle, finds it, SMG from distance! The Doc doesn't miss! Another elimination his way.
Sniper not needed in that case. That will be someone else's problem. Somewhere else down the line, the SMG is going to get it done. At this point too, just take your prize, get a little bit of loot, start looking for the next victim.
Yeah, that's the thing too I love about some of the last snapshots and some of the value adds is you can not only open up people's bags and, you know, take care of some business, look around for some loot, you can also just grab their bag and move it to maybe a safer spot, right? And the Doc's always going to be prepared by making sure his settings are exactly how he likes them. Apparently no problem with SMG from range, but so he can hit his next snipe that he finds. And I think this is where you might see him encounter a couple other players that maybe elected to get to the top first, right?
What's up, bro? No, it's a sweater a friend got me. It's like not official or anything. It's one of those like
have to loop back up and
cafe press, you know.
The extra lives is always nice, but it gets
Someone put a JPEG on a sweater
you're looking down the line.
from Walmart.
Get out of there, bud. Get out of there. This is dangerous territory. As players are already claiming the top, just waiting for those that are trying to be pushing up.
You know
and
it, brother.
If you die while trying to get to the top, your stuff might as well be gone. You're not going to be able to
I
get
even got
that
the
back in the same game.
Check me out, boy.
This is shipping hub. This is the roof. We call it the roof. This is the kind of last extraction point. There is the chopper extraction. So a moment ago, the Doc goes down. Oh my gosh! Now, did I say or did I not say? They don't need scopes. They're hitting shots. They're clicking heads. A sick shot from whoever that was. I'm gonna have to shake some hands after that one. Holy.
Someone's taking that clip. They're posted everywhere. What a shot, and that is going to be loot for Dog. Look at all the
No, it's
just
a little figure.
Been a bloodbath
It was like a
on the roof.
thing they came out with. They were like
NFT
NFT pops, kind of.
Pistol in hand now. Here's the problem. Watch out for the harvesters. They go crazy. Already down to 4 HP. I don't know if they know it. Gonna shoot back anyways.
Oh snap!
Oh, that's Cardinal grabbing the elimination.
Well, just waiting down the line. Hey, let the harvester do the damage. You can go in for that cleanup roof right after.
Oh yeah, big time.
But this is where things can sometimes get scrappy.
I might go back and
everybody's trying to loop back
watch
up
it again.
The extra lives is always get out of there. This is dangerous territory. As players are trying to get to the top, your stuff might as well be gone. You're not going to be able to get that back in the same game.
Of course, again, this is shipping hub. This is the go. We call it the roof. This is the kind of last extraction point. There is the chopper extraction. So a moment ago.
Oh my lord.
The Doc goes
Oh
down.
my lord. I got flipped out. Hit all
Oh
kinds of crazy
my
buttons on his
gosh.
keyboard.
Now,
He didn't know what to do.
To find a few eliminations and then either get that dead drop title or extract out of there.
And at this point too, with all of this most likely being looted as everyone's already made their way up, things can get so
He went,
difficult with just that pistol.
when he hit
the
that
dream
shot.
guard really having to come into effect. Gotta hope that you try and sneak up on somebody or try and clean up the scraps like Caramel did in that previous
Somehow hit the
encounter.
Windows G.
Around the harvesters a little
He
bit.
hit the
I don't know.
Xbox button on a keyboard.
But back to the roof we go, and again, somebody's got to tell me who this is because I'm scared. And we see some bodies down below, likely some harvesters, maybe a couple players as well. Looking for some shots from distance, and 1, 2. Woo! Okay. Yeah, we're.
Oh.
Oh no! We're going for trick shots. We're going for trick shots on main stage. Honestly,
Respect.
so much respect. I love that.
Bro, no way.
Hey, you don't lose much if you miss it, but you gain everything if you hit it. So let's go. And up on the that is
Lord.
gonna be a harvester kill.
Absolutely
Clean
whiffed
them
it.
up, Doc. Clean them all up.
Clean them up.
Cleaners, everything in between. Just get them all. Doc's now taking the trash out, the harvesters. There's quite a few. I'm going to be honest. If he stays down here with the pistol, it might be a little bit difficult, but Doc knows what he's doing. Always does.
That's what he's doing. He's got a
So
nice
no,
little
so
high
when you
ground
die,
position.
you come back
Right
as
now, with
a
pistol in hand, and hey,
a,
he said if anyone
a
can make it
synthetic.
work, it'd be him. So I'm excited to see that.
Gonna keep looking for some loot though. Auto pistol in hand. Clean up a couple. Not
Yeah, it's
worried
like a
about him.
generic looking fake
Doesn't
human.
need to shoot any bots. He's ready to rock.
Like you get 2 synthetics per
You want to
match.
find the bots that are on the stage with you
Yeah,
at this
right,
point.
yeah.
That's
Yeah,
who
it's all
you're looking
sci-fi,
for. That's who
future
you wanna
world.
be taking down so you can get this dead drop
Oh.
of your own, but a shot
Those
to
are
the
AI.
right. Try to be looting the bag, just get it out of there.
Wait,
Pick
you
it
just
up,
pick up
take
that
it
bag? I
somewhere
didn't know you could
safer,
pick up
and hope there's
bags.
something good in there.
This is high IQ gameplay. It's
Ooh.
like Doc's been here before.
Ooh.
We're taking down guards from distance as well. Another perspective live on screen. This one with the scope, a little bit easier to hit some of these shots, but it looks like there's 6
Oh, I can't wait to
players
play this.
left on the map at this point. Out of our, I believe, 12 on stage. And it looks like final phase of extractions here coming up fairly shortly. Uh-oh! Wait!
Oh.
Wait, did we think that was a harvester? What did we think was going on? Did we just miss it? Peppermint, my man! On main stage. Doc on 2 limbs.
You gotta shake that one off, bud. You gotta shake that one off. And that is gonna be
Take that sniper, though.
Sniper with that scope. That's gonna be back in Doc's hands now. And I mean, you're getting this high ground position. You can start taking those shots.
Whipped it.
I like it. We can connect. 1, 2, looking. Oh, re-hit. That's 70. Can you clean it up?
You're wasting bullets, Doc.
Lease on light.
Take your time.
Distance.
This is Doc playing with his food. We all know it, right? He's throwing some warning shots down, like, please, peek again. Shoot back. I don't shoot people with their back turned. Shoot back. Bang, baby!
They always repeat. They always repeat. That's gonna be the 3rd kill.
When you peek, 6 feet deep, you seek.
This later game.
No, I was looking at chat here, Sierra. There's a lot of names being thrown around. But Dr. Disrespect's certainly one of them. Let's see if he can earn that title. The first winner in Snapshot 7. Shots going back and forth. Doc in trouble. Down to 17 health. Re-peeking, no healing. Have to clean up SMG.
Try and take this a little closer, but no health left. But getting the eagle is gonna find the kill nonetheless. And now just
Yo, this is so awesome.
Doc is putting on a show. Little to no heals to see if he can find some maybe on his body. He's gonna find a bag, grab it, take it to a safe position. Again, Doc with the 5-head IQ. Tons of heals.
Man was loaded.
He has to be prepared going into this final 3. The big question in my mind is who else is left? Certainly not Dr. Lupo.
You can't call him out like that, man. You can't call him out like that, man.
Look at my
At this point, though, just 2 more to be taken down to be claiming this first match here, your own game, and be able to show everybody on that stage to not mess with you.
That's my day. He got that dog in him.
Right-hand corner.
I guess Lupo's already dead.
Again, Doc on 4
How many people are left? We got 3 people left, so 2 other players.
3 total left on the map. You can see the freeze rising.
Freeze rising.
People are slowly going to be creeping.
They need some more people in here. It's been some good action, though.
Maybe they respawn down below.
Oh,
Grab the scraps of loot. Oh, there's one peeking down below.
oh. You're gonna run out of sniper bullets, Doc.
But has to be pushing up. This is such a dangerous little bridge, but what a shot fired off in return, bringing him down to just a sliver of health. They need to reposition, get out of there to bandage up.
I don't mind this play at all. I think you can back up. You have high ground, and they're pushing the equation. Doc's gonna be able to heal a decent amount. Re-peeking at 74. Slowly but surely getting back there. No! Was it from behind? I think the 3rd player came in for the 3rd party, or maybe just a shoulder was enough to take the Doc out, but a top 3 finish for the Doc. Very, very strong. Might be able to get one more respawn in time, but here comes the looting. Take everything the Doc had. It's certainly some of the best loot out there. And I think this player is saying, I've got 6 limbs. I don't need a scope. I want the iron sights. I'm hitting my shots.
If this is the same person that hit that sniper shot earlier with no scope, then yeah, do not put a scope on that. Way too good. But getting in this later game and having this loot, I mean, this is where the fight.
Don't be hiding. 1v1.
You can camp it out,
or I think Doc gets 1 more respawn, actually.
Lurking. 2 very different gameplay
Come on now.
angles at this point.
Yeah, 2 totally different play styles, right? You're kind of taking this high ground.
What's up, Cruiser?
Slow,
Oh, you missed a crazy shot while ago, brother.
Yet to write home about. Just been playing this kind of slow, methodical game.
Yo, who that?
Not to have the most kills. Their goal is to be the last person standing.
Who that? Who that? I don't recognize this guy.
Doc is back, by the way, back on the map. Killing
you can never change your Twitch picture, by the way, Cruiser. I love it too much.
The battlefield. Oh no! Hey, wait a minute! Wait a minute! Harvester might be able to take it out. No, Scout finishes him off. Look, I'm telling you, takes out the players, but low on health, re-peaks, and a Scout finishes him off. Great stats though, over 1,000 damage, 5 eliminations, 3 cleaner kills. Into the day, a great first map for Doc, and the big question in my mind is who won it all, Sierra? Is the map closed out? Is the first map done and dusted? Who is the last
Doc is out.
We gotta know who we're celebrating here. We gotta know who's the one to be feared and to look out for on the next map. But already we got to see the people who are coming out to play some of those shots. I'm still thinking back to that one sniper shot that no
We'll get some replays.
instantly. It was amazing, and that's the stuff I'm excited to see going on forward.
Well, and I don't know, I might have an inkling that it might be one of the founders. I don't know who was last alive. It might have been Crypto Stash. I have no idea, but whoever it was, if you were the one using the Iron Sight Sniper, I think some people at home were probably yelling and saying, hey, this is what I do as well. It's such a strong weapon, especially if you can hit your shots. And if you have some of these players that have experience on this title, they know they
I'm
can
at work
use that
too.
sniper. Close, medium, long range, doesn't matter, they're hitting.
The sniper, honestly, once you get one of those in your hand, it is such a strong weapon in this game. And it's definitely one that I gravitate towards right out of the gate. There's so many nice little windows, nice little angles, and if you can get one of those high ground spots, it's so nice. We got to
Make sure you hit the link to sign up for my Only Dance.
They know the strategy. They
It's
know
Only
what's
Dance
up.
is where
I'm
a bunch of
excited to
dudes
see in the
named
second
Dan
game if it's going to be a similar thing
pay
with
me
that
money
straight
for
to the top.
Yeah, and
fixing
we're
my
actually going to take a
toes.
look back at some of the highlights from that last match. If you enjoyed Snapshot 7, drop some likes, drop some hearts, subscribe to all the channels. Let's take
here
a
we go.
look back.
Highlights.
And some early encounters. This was a re-peak at 1 HP with the dub and the body shots. I don't know who that was. I'm wagering that was Z-Later. He loves to shoot bodies.
Also just an animal. You're gonna re-peek the, you could have tried falling off, you could try and heal up, have a bandage. No, just re-peeks and gets the kill.
This
That
was
is the
nuts.
confidence that
Through
we
the
want to
smoke.
be seeing going out there.
Gosh.
That shot.
Yeah.
That shot, man.
I don't know if they were trying to grab the record. Here's Z looking for the, oh no. I think that was that a bad reaction or a good one? I don't know, maybe he was taunting him after that. Maybe it was Z-Later hitting those shots.
Maybe.
But great shots downrange again. Goes for the trick shot. That's a true content creator right there. Doesn't matter if it's a cleaner or maybe
Kind of a shame
real
that they don't
player.
know
Always
who
looking
is
for the
who.
content farm. Oh, and this is where we saw Dr. Disrespect get the better of Peppermint, and I think it was just a total misplay there of not seeing him or maybe thinking he wasn't gonna shoot back. Maybe a cleaner, I don't know, but even still, some great plays in the very first map, and the flank on the right-hand side, saw it there on the replay. Doc, frustrated about the loss, but a big smile on his face because the gameplay's been awesome.
It's been so good, and hey, you got some sick kills going on in that first map, and you got a chance at the second one to bring it back, get that dead drop, get that first place spot, and going into this, everyone's gonna be warmed up, which is crazy to say after the shots that we saw hit that first time around. So this is just gonna be elevated.
I'm gonna tweet them right now.
I think there was some secret warming up going on behind the scenes. I don't know what our creators were doing beforehand. People were hitting though. I mean, the shots were incredible. SMG looked very, very strong, obviously. Close range and medium range even. Doc was able to showcase that. Let's give it up for some of our founders on main stage. Yeah, they've been playing fantastic. It's good to have some of our founders up with our creators, and then of course some of our creators like American Dad that created our DCMs. Guys, it's been a fun kind of variety of content creators, streamers.
Well, they're in the HyperX arena, but Doc's
Those
wearing
that
his
create
Turtle
their own
Beaches.
modes. I'm excited to see them once they get to do that and show this mode that they've created, that they can be that master of that. But I'm excited to see as well who's going to be the master going on in our next game as well to start things off. Look at that. I'm just like, we got to see more next time, bud. But hey, we're excited then to see who's going to be coming out of this gate, especially too. That was a lot of the players' first experiences driving the cars on the way. It was pretty tame all around. I want to see the shots this time around.
Well, the two-time back-to-back blockbuster champion. This guy's next level, ready to lock it in. Z shooting bodies, shooting people from distance. Look, Sierra, I don't know if you see it. Like I was saying before, we got Crypto Stats joining us as well. Apparently Z and I look kind of similar or something. I don't know.
It's uncanny.
I don't have the gameplay skills, but had a chance to interview Carmel as well, showcasing community support, and obviously one of my favorites. He decided to go for the Juggernaut game mode in particular, right? And had a lot of fun building that. But Sierra, what did you think? First map done, Midnight Ride overall, feeling pretty good.
So good, honestly. This is some of those players' first experiences of Snapshot 7, this whole brand new edition with this Midnight Ride going in, and already I'm surprised at how cleanly some players were driving those cars already, taking the ramps, hitting some stuff, and already the shots, and like making sure that they can be trying to take that momentum out of the gate. So now that players are a little bit more familiar with it is where I'm hoping we get to see that bloodbath we saw in the game extend to the drive to the game.
Yeah, and I think some of the players that maybe got to the tower first, right? Dr. Disrespect, I think, was one of the first to the tower. I had an opportunity to get some good loot, got the sniper early, and then
it's available to download
yet.
There
is like some strategy to win the race while also not being hamstrung to the idea of, oh, I have to be really good at driving these vehicles to be good at Dead Drop, right?
Download
It's a
Dead
totally
Drop.
kind of separate,
download.
fun addition to the game. And I was
Download.
listening to Rob's AMA,
Download.
and he was talking about how he didn't want the Midnight Ride to be like the main priority, but wanted it to be this really
14
cool addition
gigs.
that everyone would get a chance to have their hands
10
on,
minutes
have a lot
left.
of fun doing it without it being absolutely necessary to your success when you get to the tower.
Something we didn't talk about though is because we're talking about, hey, you get there, you get your preferred loot spot, you can loot in peace, but we also got to see that right away there's players that booked it to the top to get this high ground advantage with loot that, hey, it's good enough to be taking these fights if you're going to be having the 1-in advantage in a spot. And that's going to be an advantage you can get as well if you can be getting there first, because you have time to, all right, I'm just going to get a couple of guns in my back pocket, book it to the top, and just make this roof my zone.
Yeah, right. And I think obviously high ground is a huge advantage. It's something that players oftentimes prioritize. But, you know, sometimes like we saw in that fight against Dr. Disrespect towards the end, the low ground position can be used for cover as well, right? Like, so that's the kind of like unique part about Dead Drop, of course. Like a lot of these players have experience with extraction shooters, but vertical extraction shooters, a brand new game, totally unique. You've seen it the last several snapshots. It's cool to continue to kind of witness its development.
Though you're saying that, hey, there's these fights from the low angle, I feel like a lot of the time the high angle person's still going to be winning here. We got to see some good strategy, some good sneaking up on other individuals. But if
shot
you're the
from
one
Doc
that
from
has
down
to
low
be pushing up
towards the
against
end.
your will because the freeze is on its way, you're going to be finding yourself in such a tough spot.
Wonder if they're going to play any other
Players
game
not
modes.
necessarily the most worried about it, unless of course they were taking those late game deaths and were trying to scrounge around at the bottom for anything they could before they made their way to
The
the top.
schmuck down in the crowd.
Yeah,
hey guys!
it's
Oh
fun
my
too,
god,
like the
look at me.
customizing
Oh.
of the vehicles in the Midnight
Take a
Ride,
selfie.
Harkening back to what Rob said.
Oh yeah?
I think
Done
it's
working?
cool to obviously see all of our drivers' key packages, and one of the things that Rob said on the AMA too that was really cool is that they have plans in the future to potentially have these vehicles be modular, right? Where you can like fully customize them down to spoilers or anything like that for your own vehicle to make it truly unique to you, which is just such a cool value add to the overall experience, especially with the Midnight Ride portion.
Did we ever note
Come on,
that
come on,
the
come on,
first
come
car
on.
making it to the spawn point was decked out or not? Did we
I
ever get the
don't know. I
confirmation?
think everybody was just trying to get their vehicle on the road. That I don't think anybody really like fully customized. I think I might have saw a 2-time license plate though, so I don't know. You gotta check out that Dr. Disrespect driver key package, of course, with the 2-time license plate and that Blackbird car wrap, and of course those exotic crates that are super cool with all the variety of cosmetics you can find inside of them.
Yeah, you have to make sure that it goes back to skins equal wins, right? You got to make sure you're having that best looking gear when you're going on in the game to try and make your way to the top. And our players getting geared up for the second game. Of course, we do have to give them a moment to breathe a little bit. The game went on for a little bit. You know, our players, we got top tier players here, right? So they need their time.
Now, here's my big question. I think a lot of our creators are going to be going for content. They are content creators after all. You can find them on all the modicum of different social medias that they use, from live streaming platforms like YouTube, where we're live here with Midnight Society, and everything in between. So they're going to be live streaming. They're looking for clips. Let's just be very clear about it, which is why we're going for 360s off the top row. So I know Crypto Stash is looking for some clips for the timeline, and I think he's telling secrets to the camera. I don't know what he's saying, but I'm excited about whatever is going on because this stash is immaculate.
I'm just saying we're going to see a lot of trick shots, or he's going to be taking Doc down at his own game. I don't know.
Something in between, maybe. I don't know.
something. AK, we have to watch him going into the next game because he's about to deliver some spice.
I love it. Well, it's good to have all of our creators here and all of our founders and everybody else that was able to show up today. Again, I don't know if you've had a chance to see kind of this overarching view of the arena. There's so many people here that are just excited about what Dead Drop's about and what Midnight Society's been cooking up as we're getting some glorious. Here we go. There we go. Look how many people are here just kind of crowding the stage, having a great time. The vibes have been
Oh, look at the
fantastic.
skybox.
Grabbing drinks and refreshments and taking pictures, and there's even a scavenger hunt around the arena for, I think people have figured this out. There's QR codes like posted all around the arena. It's a scavenger hunt for some giveaways. So we've got all kinds of excitement here. But American Dad, Squatting Dog on main stage, talking smack, getting ready for the next map. We're excited to get back into it.
Might have to get me a gin and tonic.
And heard a little bit about American Dad DCM, of course, as well.
I love the Division. I was at a game store earlier, and they had a Division 2 like limited edition
100%. Though
copy.
you might have to work on the drive. I'm pretty sure he fell right off
It
the
came
map
with like
to
a
start
teddy
things off
bear
in
and
the
a
last
hoodie and
one
a
with
jacket
the
and a
drive-in.
t-shirt and a pair of shoes.
The crowd, though, look how pumped they
That was
are. Look
wild.
how amazing the fans are that have come out to Las Vegas to celebrate Snapshot 7. You're all awesome. Love you. It's been a great time.
They're all tapped in. They're ready to rock and roll. The dot getting locked.
Is that Asmon Gold?
Sierra, here's the thing. I think every time you see these content creators kind of put their nose to their monitors, that means we might be about to get into gameplay here shortly. So headsets on, we're locked in, and the doc is ready to rock and roll.
Hey, you got third last time. You have to go for that first place this time around. You got to make sure everyone's respecting your name out there. It's so fun, though, to see right, like nose in the monitor. We're getting started. Who's like, yeah, we're out here. We're just having a good time.
It is pretty nice.
Who's going for the trick shots? You know, it's very different vibes. But I'm hoping we get to see a couple more of those going on in the next one.
Yeah, I think we'll see some trick shots. We'll see some
Living in real time.
plays. Again, you can
LOL.
play dead drop however you would like. You can loot up and extract out early, and maybe be that collectibles person. You're trying to grab everything under the sun, and then you might be somebody that is just always going for eliminations. Violence, speed, momentum. That's the motto around these parts, and we've certainly already seen it today. 5, 6 eliminations for a couple of these players in the first map.
It's so funny seeing the different
Yeah, the rest of
strategies
it's not.
going on.
Columbus
even
is, though.
just taking the early extraction aside, those that are like, I've got my gun and I'm hiding in this court, I'm waiting for the footsteps to come towards me, and those that go, I hear footsteps over there. Over north, I'm running, I'm going. No matter what weapon they have in hand, knowing that if they can get the jump on somebody else, then, well, maybe they're going to find themselves on a top in that fight. So I'm hoping this next time around, we're going to see everybody going and running to try and find everyone else.
Well, and again, we've got 2 founders on stage. We've got Killer Joy and Crimson over here on the left-hand side. You're getting a chance to take a peek at them. They're just like you and me, our founders crew.
Whatever model that is, yeah, it's got a lot of cushioning.
Stage, looking to prove themselves against some of the best of the best. But everybody's got their headsets.
I love my Black Sharks, man. Best headset out.
First, or rather, second map, second race, second midnight ride. I'm excited to see kind of as these players tweak their gameplay. Who's going to fly off the map immediately, like we saw in the last one, because everybody's hitting those NOS boosters, everybody's rocking and rolling, going over 150 miles an hour.
I just want to, now at this point, if anyone didn't hear your friendly advice before of equipped a pistol, equipped SME, get something in your pocket for when you're heading in.
Here we go.
Hopefully they got the note now as we head into our second game here as we're going for that midnight ride.
I don't think they were listening. We've got a shotgun in hand. Wrong weapon. Wait, can we shoot the shotguns out? No, I think we're just getting a free look here. We'll see, maybe. I want to see the shotguns. I was told pistols, SMGs. If you can shotgun out your window, that's even better. But looks like right behind Carmel here up ahead. I love the fact that we're going for... Okay, wait, can we make it? Not even close.
No shot.
The ramps, some of them low-key kind of bait. They're actually so hard to hit some of those shots, but as you play the game more and more, maybe you will be able to. But we're going for content. We're going to get it this time. We're going to land it because it's the doc, and the doc doesn't miss.
Yeah, we don't talk about that first time. We don't talk about that first time. Trying to catch up with everyone. We don't talk about this time either. Don't worry. Third time's the charm, right? Gotta catch up to everyone else though, because you can't be shooting back at anyone if you're left alone. You're left in the dust.
Oh yeah, we're hitting the boosters. We're going for every single ramp we can get our hands on.
I don't know.
Well, they make these really hard to hit.
No.
Here's the thing.
That ramp kind of went to nowhere.
And get some of the driving under my belt. If you hit the NOS and hit a ramp, you're going to the moon. Like, it is so difficult to land when you're going max speed like that. So, see some of the best drivers and the people that, oh yeah, we're getting involved. Getting involved, throwing people into the wall. Crimson Phoenix in trouble.
Oh, now we're stacking everyone up.
The hell?
Right off the ramp.
Oh, what the hell?
There. But hey, we're going to make this jump. We're in the arcade now. We're going to be catching up to Peppermint. Gonna pass him. Goodbye later.
Goes for a little bounce back off the wall, sure. The Doc lands those. Peppermint right in front. Doc's trying to continue to enact his vengeance on
Hey, you know what?
Peppermint.
This ain't perfect, but it's fun.
Map as well, and people in trouble. Killer Joy
What
now
more could you want?
back. Killer Joy knows what he's doing. He's equipping all those SMGs or pistols.
Yeah, so
trying to decrease the health of these
the story is
500 HP, so you really got to land your shots if you're going to try to go for these blow-up.
he's trying to get into the tower, right?
Is
That's where the extraction stuff, you know, go in and get stuff extracted with it. But this is you getting to the tower. There's different off-ramps for different sections of the tower that you'll spawn at. And if you see a ramp that's red, somebody's already taken it. If it's green, you can pull in.
Gonna try to make it to the spawn. It does heal up. You see, Doc was actually the first person to use Cube. Again, 5-head plays here from Mr. Dr. Disrespect himself. Heals up his
So are they both gonna spawn there?
With the exhaust there, and cleans things up and gets right back into the map.
And at this point, most of our players should be getting to the tower, so we'll be able to hop into things, see who's going to be able to take our second map here.
Oh, here we go. This is tight.
Start. Who's going to be getting that first kill?
I think it's Doc on the top right.
E to get that nitro boost, and it's Q where you actually use a fire extinguisher to put out fires in the back, heal up your vehicle. But we're onto the map. I love the cinematics to get into the map as well, as everybody's going into their respective spawn points. But to get started, I love this kind of quad view. You can see everybody in their looting stages, parkouring around the map. Anything they can find, they're going to use. Maximum efficiency. I think one of the key notes here, besides, of course, just looting in general, as it looks like we've got some gunplay down in the bottom left-hand corner. You got to find your resources. Sierra Nomad 2 goes down, 1 elimination up top. If you don't have heals, you're going to be in trouble. We saw that time and time again in the first map. Resource management is key in pretty much every single title, Battle Royale, Traction Shooters, and Crimson Phoenix with a shot down range. People dying left, right, and center.
Oh, that was a tough position, too, because already so low health from jumping at the long angle, but all these eliminations coming on through. Hey, at least if you get the death out of the way early, you have a chance to re-loot up and retry and make your way up to the top. And it's all about getting these early kills as well. Make sure that you can start grabbing some bandages, you can start hoarding that good loot, and start getting a vantage point.
Again, I'm hugely in favor of the SMG. It's, in my opinion, one of the best weapons to utilize. I know some people at home, they like their shotguns, they like everything else. Some of those heavy pistols are really, really cool, especially those animations of spinning it around your hand. Certainly feel like a cowboy when I'm using it. Pump shotgun's certainly pretty strong as well. I know Rob likes his shotgun, so I'll give some credit to the shotgun users.
I don't know if it's good at that range, though. That's swapping out to a pistol. Take a couple of these shots. These weapons at range, though, a little bit difficult. That's so much damage gone. Hey, if you can hide around this corner with the shot, though, that might be able to help you out.
The range shotgun. If you have the range shotgun, you can hit these shots and maybe take down your opponent. It's going to be a tough one, but we're pushing the equation. Rob says shotguns. I say yes, sir. No problem at all. 1 elimination to the side of our patient player. Knew what play style they needed to play, and they executed it.
Let's go.
Absolutely perfect. Now trying to find a little bit of health. We got to go run around for that, because that was definitely a fight, but shot in the back just at that last second.
Crypto Stash, I think he said something about he was here to play. Apparently he's playing, he's balling out, finds an elimination. And I think Doc's playing a little shoddy snipe combo here. Sniper on one, pump shotgun on the other. Pretty good combo, especially if you play iron sights. Again, you can kind of use it as that middle range, even medium close range, you can hit those shots.
My favorite gun combination, honestly.
Shoddy snipes?
Oh, 100%, 100%. And being able to get right off of the gate here. Try and find those shots, try and find those footsteps around you and sneak up on them. Looks like he feels like there's somebody around.
Yeah, I'll tell you this. Doc's always talking about his audio. Yeah, we're killing some harvesters, we're killing some cleaners down below, but Doc's talking about audio.
No health.
There's audio with game. We're playing, and those footsteps are loud. You can hear them coming.
Go to that heal station.
Prepare yourself. Maybe you can push the equation and try to catch your opponent by surprise, but they'll hear that stomping.
We're playing on hard mode with this lack of health over here. The shots from miles away. The push up scout gone. It's always the worst when you're trying to kill one of the scouts, harvesters, or anything off of the gate as opposed to somebody else. It's like that next level VM. You're not even hiding back around the corner.
We're playing team games here. We've got some teammates on each other's squad. I don't know if this was pre-planned before or not, but Dr. Lupo looks like he's playing with a teammate, and again, something that was added in the past. You can actually have teammates on your team. It's not just solos all the time, so good to see that again on main stage. And I don't know if this was on purpose or if they prepared this. Maybe Lupo was finding a cheat code, but he's finding an elimination downrange. Crypto Stash goes down. Shotgun into auto pistol, just close enough to find the elimination.
And now go get your prize here. Okay, get a prize. Not too much on that body, but hey, if we're going to be able to see some squad action here in the doubles, it's always so nice to be able to hop in, because you're talking about, those footsteps in around. Here, it's always nice when those footsteps, you know it's a friend and not an enemy.
Yeah, that's exactly right. I will say, too, if we saw that in the inventory, Dr. Lupo picked up a spray can. Another way you can kind of customize your vehicles. It's not all car wraps. You can find some spray cans for some minor customizations to your vehicle. So try to find those, collect them, and then, of course, you got to extract or, well, dead drop to get all of your loot out of here. But Lupo was talking a lot of trash on 2 eliminations already. This time around, maybe living up to the trash talk. We'll see if he can continue that success.
Yeah, this is the opportunity now. First game, We got to see a lot of highlights, but he was watching the highlights on the side of Doc's monitor there, so excited to see this trash talk come to fruition this time around. We'll see if he'll be able to find the Doc and be able to exact that trash talk 1v1.
Yeah, Lupo needs some revenge. A lot of people were cheering him on to win the first map, and it didn't look like it went his way. Doc's gonna maybe turn on or off proximity chat, maybe yell at his opponents while he's killing them. I don't know. I'm here for it though.
Hey, why talk the trash just beforehand? Do it during as well. That's one of the funs of this. You want to be able to make sure everybody knows what's up. Everybody knows their place out here.
Well, I know a lot of our community members have had a lot of fun when we're doing our Friday or Saturday evening gameplay sessions. You know, talking in prox chat, right? They're all looting, they're checking out the map, they're maybe getting all the things they want and extracting. Then sometimes people get really aggressive, talk some trash while they're killing you, and maybe killing you over and over and over again. But if you're somebody like Z-Laner, you're probably shooting bodies as well. It's part of the competition, it's part of the fun.
I mean, yeah, there's nothing more that you want to do when you're hiding behind a box waiting for somebody with a shotty to tease and taunt them a little bit. Like, come here, like, I'm waiting, I'm here for you. And be able to, you know, spray the body out after with some bullets after you get that kill. But, hey, we're going to get some ammo. Things have been pretty quiet right now.
A couple players seemingly eliminated kind of off screen. Again, Dr. Lupo has a small advantage here of having a teammate. He's finding shotguns and shotguns and shotguns, but it's just looking for more and more resources. If there's anybody that is accustomed to finding resources, it's certainly Dr. Lupo. Has a ton of experience in extraction shooters. It spots an enemy downrange, but it goes for the heal off instead, gets a little bit of information. We're seeing some tactical nades. I love it. Lupo knows what he's doing.
Not gonna run away, just hiding on the other end, just daring to get pushed. And push he will be, taking a bunch of damage, a little runaway, a little reposition. That's gonna be Dr. Disrespect to take him down.
Let's go. Let's go.
On top over the other, well, we'll call him a doctor. Dr. Disrespect being the superior doctor yet again. Lupo, gotta have
Lupo was talking all that smack
map.
too.
Find it within himself. Yelling at the crowd. Don't worry, you got a few fans left, Dr. Lupo, but they're running thin with Dr. Disrespect, stealing all the fame and glory. One elimination to his name, and it's only on Dr. Lupo.
He was saving it for him. That's it.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
At this point now, hey, you got your kill, you got your mark. You can start looking for more. That's going to be shots at range. Tag, but tag back in return. I'm going to just kind of get out of there.
What the hell just happened?
Yeah, you can take some of the elevators up top, move around this map in a couple different ways. Again, it's a vertical extraction shooter. Gameplay is quite vertical. So many different ways to move up to the next layers. I know Rob and Quinn have been talking about that now for several snapshots. There's ladders, there's elevators, there's everything in between. You can even climb up some pipes, by the way, on this map. So a ton of different ways. Zip lines, of course, especially if you have the zipline thruster to get around the map. That mobility, the movement that you heard a couple of our players talking about, so key to the success of titles like this. Slowly but surely, grabbing every piece of loot they can. Any small advantage, always a good one to try to grab for your inventory, whether it's attachments or otherwise, but it comes down to raw skill at the end of the day.
There was somebody lurking around here, though. Shots fired at Doc as he entered this level, but they don't seem to quite want to engage, so he's gonna have to go find a new target. Sight set on one unsuspecting victim, just going around the top.
Yeah, we're shooting pixels, quite literally, maybe just a singular pixel at that distance.
Yeah, go up, catch him coming across.
Well, maybe not quite as strong as a sniper at that range.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Run, Doc, run! Not worth sticking around for that. We already know how oh no! Too many of them! Too low of health. Guards, cleaners, harvesters, scouts, everything in between. Gotta be careful.
Gotta be careful. That was unfair, though. You're popping around a corner. There's two of them there. You run out the door. There's another one. Hey,
Doc's gonna be getting a patch updated for that one.
That one ain't your fault, Doc.
Looking back, and obviously we got a chance to look at Doc's POV, but we only have 1 or 2 more players left in the map, make it 4. I'm looking down at the stage, and well, American Dad looks quite locked in, so I'm not sure if this is his perspective, but certainly should be one of the remaining 4 players are now in trouble. Lima Bravo, whoever you are, great shots. That was not close, and that was American Dad POV.
The caster curse, fruition right there.
Job's not done though.
Not at all. And here, that's going to be Caramel way down as well. Here we are getting the later game. It's going to be this 1v1, and I don't think we're going to have to wait for too long for this one to come to an end.
All right, one half of Drippin' Heat. Z-Laner himself.
1v1.
Here to win it for the folks at home. Got a lot of people cheering for Z today. I saw a lot of people in chat, a lot of people in the timeline saying, hey, if it's not Dr. Disrespect winning it all, we want Z-Laner. We want it bad. We'll see, though. 5 eliminations for this player. They do find a little bit of resources to heal back up, and taking the shots if it's not a player. No, just killing some guards. Maybe a little revenge for Dr. Disrespect, but here's your other player. Got a sniper in hand. Sierra, I might lend, as long as we can clean up some of these cleaners, I might lend the advantage to the sniper.
Yeah, this is where things get dangerous as well, because those guards, they put in the work.
Different.
And that is going to be the difference there to get the victory the second match.
Hey, I'm
That
looking
fucking
back.
sucks. Turn those
That's one
guards
of our
off.
Founders winning it all. I said watch out for them. They know what they're doing. They've played this game a ton.
You gotta turn those guards
off. One of our
off.
Founders on main stage winning it all. There it is. Quick look at our Founders. Give it up for our Founders. Grabbing a victory. Incredible. Well done, my friend. Gotta feel good on main stage.
Guy's losing his mind.
Great stuff coming out. Being able to take that map too. Looking at these creators, going up against people like Doug, going up against Dr. Lupo, being able to get this win in front of everyone. Absolutely amazing. Really good game this time around as well.
Again, both of our Founders here on the left-hand side, we got Killer, Joy, and Crimson. Very well done, my friends. And I think American Dad was top 4, Z-Laner top 3 at the end of the day. But overall, a fantastic map number 2. I'm having a blast casting over the game and just seeing the perspectives of all of our players.
I hope everybody here is having a blast being able to watch this, because this has just been such an amazing time so far, being able to watch these creators. Not as many trick shots as I would have liked, but we got to see these creators square it off, and that's been more than enough for me.
Well, yeah, this is such a unique opportunity that these 12 players have, right? There's only these 12 players that have an opportunity to win a game of SNAPSHOT.
Your mom calling.
Squatting dog. My mom is not gonna pick up. No, she's not picking up, Squatting. There's no way she's picking up for you. That's insane. I think my mom's at work.
That's funny.
What are we doing? Oh my gosh. No, what I was saying is it's just a unique opportunity, because as much as we love content farming, we want to throw those clips on the timeline. You only have a certain number of games that you can win on main stage in Vegas at the HyperX Arena for SNAPSHOT 7. This is such a cool opportunity.
Guy's losing his mind.
Our Founders on stage
Mom,
win it all.
Mom, get the camera.
A nod to the community at large, and
Awesome.
the community
Good
that's
for
been
him.
backing Dead Drop for so long.
And the community is what makes Dead Drop what it is, to be honest. I mean, it would not be able to make it to this point. All this passion, all this love being poured into the game just makes everything so much more thrilling going on forward.
Totally agree. Looking back on the arena here, energy is still loud, excited. We've got some Dr. Disrespect cosplay out in the community as well. The Doc's locked in.
This is his time.
Restart.
He's got it this time. He's got it this time.
No, I would not like to
He got the kill
restart.
he was looking for.
You
Now
are
it's time
high.
to go for that entire win.
Look, they don't call him for the 2-time for
Restart.
no specific reason. Back to back.
Nope.
Blockbuster champion. Ethiopian Caterpillar on his upper lip. Founders backing him. Get a chance to look at Ames. Get a chance to look at Carmel and Peppermint. The twins on main stage. Lupo. I'm seeing headsets on. Sierra, we might be getting into this third match here pretty quickly.
I really hope we do, because I want to know who is going to be able to take down this one. Whether the dog can be coming out on top, if we're going to see another Founder win, or if we're going to have a new champion rise to the top here as we head into our final game of the day. And of course, it's going to be a fast one to be starting it out.
Well, we've got some exciting
going right
stuff
back
to
in.
talk about, of course. We're going to get a chance to look back at our midnight ride yet again. I got to talk about something special, by the way. I don't know if the players can hear me.
All
They
right.
might not know here, Sierra. We're playing for a trophy. I'm going to talk a little bit more about that trophy here shortly. But shout out to Matt Lackey in the community, Big Cadillac, as you might know him there on socials. Custom created a trophy for this event. You gotta earn it though, and I don't think we're gonna be able to make it over this ramp going 70 miles an hour here, Doc. We need a little runway to make it. little boosters?
Absolutely.
Get up.
The third time, you can do it this time, I believe.
Bang! We gotta get some room to work with. All right, we landed that time.
Let's go. Absolutely robbed by that respawn right in front. Gotta be careful. These ramps, they're dangerous. They're unsuspecting. And they could be hammering this time to be starting off so badly.
The ramps bait you into, right? You respawn right in front of them. You're like, I got enough room. So you hit that nitro boost. Nitro boost again is E. You can see it kind of charge back up. Use that boost. You can get back to max speed really quickly. There we go. Doc's locked in, ready to rock and roll. And again, the Q is the fire extinguisher. That's how you heal your vehicle. It does go on a kind of a refresh timer as well, as you can't just spam it. But if you get shot down, you're getting low, you can use the fire extinguisher on Q to kind of heal yourself up a little bit. We're playing around with mechanics. We're learning the game. And again, everybody's going to make it there. The question is when.
Well, I don't think Doc has to worry about anyone shooting at him. The Midnight Ride's going to be a quiet one with all those mid shots. It's just going to be a catch-up game. Try to find anyone else. You might not be getting your premium loot spot here.
I think we might be heading all the way to the final spawn point. We'll see. Doc makes his choices when he wants to make his choices. I think he was going to try to shoot the gap on that one, and it was going to be tough to sneak through there. Door was closing. He's going to take our last spawn point.
Hey, you tried, why not go for it? But this is gonna be an opportunity for everyone else to be hopping into the map, start looting up, try and start getting advantageous positions. So it'll be a little bit of a catch-up game for Doc heading into this.
Well, he's headed to shipping, so I don't mind this spot for loot. I think Doc knows what he's doing here. Did that on purpose. Doc, everything Doc does is on purpose, and we're already down at
Before missed ramp shots on purpose?
Yeah, oh, absolutely. Okay. We're testing mechanics. We're getting the handle on vehicles. Doc's gonna go play some DCMs after this, maybe high octane capture the flag, and he's gonna be the most experienced. It's as simple as that.
That's true. That high octane capture the flag, the cars are already so chaotic. I cannot wait to get into that mode a little bit more. But for right now, we gotta focus on the right here, right now. As you were saying, it's not just going to be who's coming out on top, who's going to be the champion in our third and final match of the day, but it's who's going to be taking home this trophy.
Yeah, and again, we're looting up our resources here, and yeah, we've got a custom-made trophy, again, courtesy of Matt Lackey. We'll talk a little bit more about that, show that here on stream shortly. But we're back to Dr. Lupo, and yet again, Lupo not only trying to do some parkour here, looking for some enemies downrange, but also, I think, playing as a duo. So he's got a partner on the other side, and nice shots from Lupo from distance. A little bit of warning shots, a little bit of depleting of resources, but it's going to kind of address this fight from another angle.
Hey, if you can sneak around, you're able to do this without being caught. This angle could be absolutely everything. The scope out was kind of waiting, but nobody's going to be re-aggressing right for now. Will be a little bit of a moment of peace here.
Lupo looting up again, a little bit in an ammo deficit here. Only 40 bullets to his name for the SMG, and I think low on the AR side as well, and getting shot from behind. Try to back up. Does have some heals if he wants to. Could go DMR. I don't mind it, but SMG is certainly one of my favorite weapons to utilize.
Saying don't have your back turned to that door. You just got shot at. You don't want to get pushed while you're trying to loot. And turning, almost just in time, but Peppermint's going to be getting the upper hand there. That will be the first eliminate. That'll be the first kill here.
Yeah, okay, I gotta say, where's Rob at? Rob said he likes the shotguns. Apparently they're pretty good. Guards trying to climb ladders? Yeah, I don't think so, says Doc. One down and a couple people around him. Wants to make sure he's not going to get cleaned up by any more of these AI. We got to take care of business around these parts.
Yeah, that's it. We already got to see that the truthful guards were able to get the better of Doc last time around. You want to make sure you're not going to be suffering that same fate this time around. Shots from the distance.
Yo, these guards
doing that damage, take that
stupid.
scout out of there.
Well, it's worth doing because oftentimes they have pretty decent loot on them, whether you're looking for a specific weapon, they might have LMG, they might have DMR or what have you. So it's not a bad play to do, and you can kind of just not worry about your flanks as much if there's not that many guards around. Doc's still looking for loot though, gonna go down. Gonna pick up some loot from the Harvester, and well, not a lot to write home about on that one. Again, not worried about an LMG. Doc wants his SMG. He's got his deep freeze SMG. Ready to rock and roll, and gonna continue looting around, find his way to the upper ropes, as it were. I wonder if somebody's already on roof, Sierra. Already kind of holding down high ground position, waiting on their competition to climb these ladders, climb these pipes, run up these ramps, and everything in between.
I bet this trophy on it, honestly. In this lobby, there's already going to be someone up there that, out of the gate, because we got to see Doc was one of the last people to be able to get to the field, so someone's going to be up there waiting, but there's still people on these lower levels, and Doc caught a little bit of a glimpse of them, just out of sight, but not quite out of mind. A couple throwables up there. See if he can get up this ladder, get an angle.
Again, resources are everything. He's got a little bit of heals, might just use his last one to get back up near full. I think everybody in the arena here is hearing those footsteps, Doc included. Slowly but surely looking for his competition.
Looking around, gotta loot on the way. You know, you never stop looting, never stop looting. But there's gonna be danger around here somewhere. You do want to make sure you're ready, because those footsteps are deafening. They have to be so close.
Hearing some loot being moved above. Doc checking all of his corners. Sliding in and out. Looking for an elimination or two as a couple of our extraction points are being opened up. You've got the zipline extraction and the chopper extraction point. I don't think anybody here on main stage is looking to extract, at least not yet.
Doc not even glancing over that way. There's still those footsteps abound. Gotta find them. We got to see the kills onto the scout, onto the harvester. We want to be able to see some of those kills on the other participants out on that stage.
Looking back at our stage being set and our players, it looks like Lupo's in a bit of trouble. Z-Laner may have just respawned a moment ago. Still got a couple lives between everybody at this point. People spawning in and out. We'll see what happens in this next one. We got 11 players onto the map still. Make it 10.
Shots. And in the final match, this is not one where you want to be pested early. You want to make sure you can try and make it to the end here for the chance at that trophy. As this goes on, Doc might not be finding the fights. He might not be finding the kills here, but is going to be able to, not yet, but is slowly getting the loot to help out in these fights and finding himself a nice little high ground angle, but there's somebody already there. American Dad already holding it down.
American Dad finds himself on the roof, got him there first, but unfortunately Doc tries to sneak up from behind, and American Dad turns, snaps, grabs an elimination. Job's not done here if you're Dr. Disrespect, but that's a tough one, especially with the loot he had. Was looking pretty strong, and I think it's one of those moments, I've been there 1,000 times, where you're like, oh, this is the freest kill in the world, you kind of just casually take it, and unfortunately American Dad makes some great shots to close this thing out. We're taking a look back at some of our founders here on the main stage to see both of our founders can grab a win. No! Peppermint goes crazy! Turns, snipe, shot, see you later. The freeze is rising, and our founders are in trouble.
And at this point, this is where more and more people are going to be pushing their way up, and those who have already tested already.
This guy has like no sensitivity. Look how much he's moving his mouse.
Be able to profit, or should be able to, as long as they can be hitting these shots. American Dad still kind of skirting around the outside here. This could be so dangerous because, as we saw before, Doc was running up and didn't know anyone was there until it was too late.
I like this position again, getting to the roof early. Shipping the hub roof. Again, this is the final extraction point. Plenty of time until that actually comes into play. Everyone's slowly creeping up to the high ground. But American Dad is trying to be the ruler of the high ground. There's a reference there that I won't get into that includes Star Wars, but you know what I'm talking about.
Well, he was succeeding so far, but missed shots and has to be falling back. Might be losing that title real fast. Able to get to safety for the moment. A little bit of a repeat, though.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh,
American Dad knows what he's doing here, Sierra. I gotta say, taking out the SMG from that distance was pretty aggressive. I don't mind it, but... Oh, no! Oh, no! Missed the ledge!
Fucking loser.
Such a high IQ play to reroute.
Camping
Go
bitch.
around the other side. But fall damage reigns supreme again. American Dad goes down. Oh, that's tough.
The only saving grace in that whole thing is dying in such a weird spot. You might be able to go get your own stuff.
Yeah, maybe, honestly.
So, hey, at least you're dying there, not quite on the roof where you're never going to be able to recover your stuff.
Right, Squatting Dog. Good friend of mine, and I was talking about him earlier. He's a creative genius when it comes to things like yips, but uh-oh! Dr. Disrespect in the corner says, I don't care about your creativity.
Blasted.
I'm gonna put a gun in your face.
My man only had a pistol. He was hiding.
You must have heard him coming, snuck up on that corner. Hey, you gotta be so careful of that. Those corners are deep, and nobody has time to be checking those corners running around here. Let's be honest.
Dash on screen. opportunity to put some clips on the timeline. She said she was going to hunt down Dr. Disrespect himself. They're both still on the map, so still possible. She calls herself Dr. Desh Respect and some other titles, so a battle for the title, as it were.
Just hey, she's checking the corner, so honestly, she might be able to find him here with that strategy. So love to see that coming out. Almost a step too far, but hey, no, she knows what she's doing.
My hands kind of get sweaty every time people look over the edge like that. You're half your foot hanging off. Like, oh gosh.
Someone scared of heights looking over those edges.
I don't think she
tell
knows
you,
this map.
It do be a scary feat sometime, but
you gotta go up,
like
fam.
This little angle over here, this little corner, a little bit more quiet, a little bit more peaceful.
Again, the freeze is rising, so we got to slowly move up to the top here. The question is, where are these opponents? And maybe, looking for some loot. I mean, I think I saw Desh was racking the burst pistol and the auto pistol, so albeit both pretty strong weapons, not bad. Really looking for something a bit more long range. Saw what happens when you try to use something like an SMG at long range. Medium range, maybe. At a longer range, I mean, it's hitting for 6. It's just not enough in comparison to something, of course, like a sniper, LMG even. The bullet hose is what I call it.
I mean, at this point, everything is so picked over as people getting their loot, trying to make their way back up to the top where they've lost their previous loot. So, hey, we'll have to see if she can get lucky and find something here, but I think it might be a rocking with the pistol until the end now, especially approaching the roof, approaching the top. Have to see who's here, have to see who's around, who's ratting just down below. There's enough bags here, might be able to find something though.
She picked up the bag. Again, you can kind of carry the bag, you can pick it up. Oh, there's somebody down there! He's gonna zip down on the player! Can't get your opponent! No! Oh, Dash! I love the audacity to zip down on your opponent, first pistol in hand, just not enough damage to take down one of the last remaining players.
Hey, respect. If that's the drop that you can get on somebody, you have that pistol, be able to pick up all of their loot. When you have the pistols, you gotta go aggressive too. You gotta go home. Dr. Disrespect, he's not gonna let anyone else pull a sneaky little corner trick on him. He's gonna be checking that. He's gonna get that kill.
Come on, son. I think that's what he said. I don't know. I'm not a lip reader. But he's locked in. 3 eliminations thus far. Total of 4 still on the map. DMR with the scope. Got the long range, got the close range. Playing these corners well. Doc could win it all on the last map, maybe win his own trophy. I don't know, we'll see. There's still time clicking on the clock. I think that was Z-Laner maybe going down. Looking at the stage, it looks like we've got a Founder still in, maybe Caramel still in. We got Doc still in.
If only you guys had a way of knowing who was playing.
Everything right now.
That'd be crazy.
See if the Doc can be
maybe say wrote down their names
this
for you.
Match of the day. Kind of just playing this one little hallway spot.
Jesus.
Peeking around. Back and forth. Oh, are we hiding back in the corner? No, we're gonna do.
We need some more resources. We need some health. Plenty of attachments to go around. The 4th player, by the way, is Dash. Did have another life. Just gonna slowly play some of these angles. When we need to wrap, we need to get the cover. We need to do so quickly.
Gotta be so careful going around these two. They know that at this angle, anybody can be lurking. And you know, with them playing so cautiously, somebody's there, and hey, it might be guards, but you still want to get away from that.
Honestly, not worth your time, not worth your resources at this point. Only 2 players remaining? Might have another life to go around. 3 eliminations still.
Gotta get rid of these AI. If another match ends with an AI kill.
Here we go.
Something's been going down. Then it's all down to the 1v1 now.
Oh, here we go.
And they know where the other is. 2 different approaches. We're going on the straight
on
through, trying to push, and waiting around the outside, waiting to get pushed.
2 players left. Shots being fired. Connects on a couple. Gotta be careful of some of these cleaners, especially into the late game. Pushing the encounter though. Carmel goes down. Job's not done yet. Yes, it is. Dr. Disrespect wins the last map of the day. He says that's easy. I'm different. The crowd goes wild.
The shrug.
Don't make the kid
else
cry,
was for
Doc.
content.
Come on
we
now.
talked about people playing for content.
Hello.
And letting the others take the wins was the content here, showing that, hey, when the time is right, when it's necessary, Yeah, he's capable of pulling out that win. Why wouldn't he?
Well, look, it's only fitting that Dr. Disrespect wins the last map of the day and wins this custom-made trophy. Shout out to Matt Lackey. Shout out to Big Cadillac on Twitter, part of the Dead Drop community. Custom made this trophy for the event. I was tuning into that AMA, and Rob was like, yeah, he just said he's going to make it like 8 days before, and we're going to use it. So this is what we're using it for, and I think Dr. Disrespect won it. So I think I'm going to have to run down there and hand it to him here shortly. But huge congratulations, of course, to Dr. Disrespect. And congratulations to everyone that's here. We've got some highlights from the last map. This has been such a fun snapshot event. Let's take a look back on that final map. I gotta say, shotguns are so good close range here.
That's the secret going into here. You got kind around the corner.
The upper hand there.
Amazing.
Proof is in the pudding, by the way. I think we've proven who the best doctor is. Heavy pistol shots down below, crypto stats going down. I love everybody being able to utilize all the weapons they can find and use them. Man, I'm telling you, the heavy pistol goes crazy, but not enough for Peppermint.
Not crazy enough. Not crazy enough. That is for sure. And the
yeah, this was early in that last round, right? We had American Dad kind of there early, had the high ground position, and they ended up launching his dad. Like, is that final fight different if American Dad doesn't fall off the map? It could have been him, and here's that moment we're talking about. Such a great grab, and just didn't quite turn his POV enough to grab the edge. That's brutal.
You can't put that in the highlight reel,
Oh,
man.
you
That
have
is
to.
no. Especially on that first kill.
My man came around the corner
That
ADS.
was definitely one full of the roller coasters.
The corner campers were
Shoo.
finally
5 health.
B1. I believe this is our final fight. Great win, down to 2 HP in the final fight to win the trophy.
Back to back indeed. I do believe that was first place in the final match at Dallas for Doc and first place in the final match here in Vegas for Dr. Disrespect as well. I want to say thank you so much to everyone joining us today. I know you guys have seen a lot of fun gameplay and a lot of great action, but we've got something else very important to do, Rob, and I know there's a few people you want to bring on stage.
As I said, this is the first time that the entire development team at Midnight Society has been able to be in the same place at the same time. Most importantly, to spend time with you, so get to know their faces. These are the men and women responsible for it. We have been at this for a year and a half, and we are just getting started. And we are going to be driven by your feedback, your input. So we're done here on stage. We're going to be mingling with you, hanging out. Come up to us, talk to us, let us know what you think. But most importantly, thank you guys, girls, everybody on this team. It would not be possible without everybody in this room.
Thank you again, everyone. Look, with the dedication of this incredible crew behind me and the enthusiasm and passion of all the variants and all the followers of Dead Drop and Midnight Society, thank you so much for joining us here today. As Rob said, there is going to be a meet and greet with Doc, so you can please line up on the far side of the stage for that as we wrap, as well as a line. If you want to sit down and get your hands on SNAPSHOT VII, that's going to be in the back side of the room, so make sure you line up both. Thank you again, and have a wonderful rest of your night, guys. Bye-bye.
Guess that's it. No sign off. No Z and Doc. But you should be pointing down there where the Doc has the trophy. Come on.
Talking Dr. Disrespect. respect. So I don't
Yeah,
know how
thank
it's
you.
going to go. The doc was telling me he's going to be slamming some people here shortly. And it looks like, I think he might be making fun of Z later on his controller. That is cool though, right? Like, just really, really cool to see.
It's really cool to see it evolve going on forward as well. So already the game seems, I mean, it's so much fun to play. It's so much fun to be dropping in and to see that expanding on further with ideas such like this Midnight here though. Kind of going around that top extraction point, and that's going to be the engagement instantly down. Already 3 kills on the board, going for a 4th.
Shooting bodies already.
Strategy, its own little pacing, because some of those modes look absolutely chaotic.
Yeah, no, totally agree. And it's really cool, too, because obviously we have our 6 feet DCM that we didn't get a chance to really talk to OMA Monster about. The roof, this is the kind of last extraction point. There is the chopper extraction. So a moment ago, the top goes down. Oh!
Excited to see as well who's going to be the master going on in our next game as well to start things off. Look at that. Like, we got to see more. I want to see the shots this time around.
Well, the 2-time back-to-back. Next level, ready to lock it in. Z shooting bodies, shooting people from distance. Look, Sierra, I don't know if you see it. Like I was saying before, we got Crypto Stats joining us as well. Apparently Z and I look kind of some creators after all. You can find them on all the modicum of different social medias that they use, from live streaming platforms like but our founders, give it up for our founders! Grabbing a victory! Incredible, well done, Mira. I gotta say, taking out the SMG from that distance was pretty aggressive. I don't mind it, but oh no! Oh no!
Hey, who's that guy? Who that?
Look how amazing the fans are that have come out to Las Vegas to celebrate Snapshot 7. You're all awesome.
Guess it's time to play. Ending stream, 0 seconds. Timmy banned from Vegas buffets. Alright, buddy. Have a good night, brother. Thanks for hanging out. Guess it's time to launch the game. Shee. Whatever. Oh, I have these? What? Why? Oh, snap. Vehicle. Do I have 2 cars? Oh, snap. Let's go, boy. Oh, okay. 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 Alright. Oh, I kind of love that though, boy. Ooh. Midnight. She hot shottish. Oh man. 2-time. Midnight. I'm gonna go midnight. Yeah, boy. Wait, what? Vendor. Oh, you can straight up buy shit, huh? Or, oh, I can sell shit too. Dang. Oh, fuck. Oh, okay. How do I, like, customize my person? Can I still do that? Or am I stupid? Pixel. Cassius. Oh, wait. Oh. Play. Change game mode. Squad fill off. North America. Whoa. Let's start with some vertical extraction shooter. Here we go. Oh no. Oh. Oh. Oh my lord. Oh no. Sector 3 entry. Yeah. Whatever. That's pretty good. I hated that spawn anyway. Bro, this AI's gotta go. Jesus rising. Anybody here? Hello. What's up, yo? Oh, okay. Maybe nobody can hear me. Hello, can you hear me? Fellow player, can you hear me? Sick. Hey buddy, can you hear me? Oh shit. Hey bro. Hey, can y'all hear me? Test one. Anybody got a mic near me? Oh, what's up, man? Whoa, cough it out now. Cough it out.
My bad. Sorry.
You're good, bro. No, better out than in, you know.
So, is there another team or what?
Yeah, I don't know. I think this shit might be busted. Oh. Don't even know where it came from. Where am I getting shot from? Oh, up on the top. This fucking cocksucker. Oh shit. The entire red team's just like up top sniping. Hilarious. This is so fun. What's up, bro? You got a mic?
Yeah, I got a mic.
What do you think of this so far? Alright.
I'm just trying to figure out how we're supposed to find people.
Yeah, I know, man. This map's way too big, bro. From what I can tell, there's only a few red players, and they're all posted up high. Just me float. Don't mind me.